it's Midnight Raven here. It is like a million degrees outside. It's like 29 degrees, so forgive the way I look. I am trying to be classy, yet burning on the inside. A while ago, I hit 800 subscribers, and I'm thankful to every single one of you. I did put a video out called Need Help, and this was for a Q&A, which we are going to do now. So, a few of you did some questions for me, and they're in here. And all the people that asked me questions, I'm going to put your channel link down below. So anyone that's asked me a question and gets featured in the video, there will be a link down below to their channel so that they can get some promotion as well as me. Yes, I hit 800, but everyone else is as important as I am. So on here is the question and who gave it to me. And then I will go back through afterwards and I will make sure that I link all your channels so that you can all get some recognition and help you on the way to getting your 800 if you haven't already. So they're in my little basket. They're all folded. We're just going to shake them up. And then we're just going to pick one at random and we're going to see what question we get. Then we're going to answer the question. I don't know if I'll do them all in the same video. I might do it 2 parts. We'll see how long it takes each question. So the first question is this one. And the question is from Lena Lovely. And the question was, what movie, picture, video always makes you laugh no matter how often you have watched it? So the light is a bit terrible today, but I will try and show you the thing across a bit. So, what movie or picture or video always makes me laugh? Well, if we were going to go for a movie, I would say Pirates of the Caribbean films are just so funny. I laugh every time, even though I've seen them like a million times now. I laugh at everything. What picture always makes me laugh? A picture. I do think the picture of the dogs playing poker. It's like a famous picture. It's quite funny to see dogs playing like a human thing. And a video that always makes me laugh. It's gotta be kiddie videos. Like cats do the silliest things, like where they go to jump through a window and there's a pane of glass, or they try and jump from one sofa to another and they just go and then they just fail. So thank you for the question, Lena. I'm gonna do another one. Do this one. Ooh, question is from JAKYL Gaming. He's got a gaming channel if you want to check out JAKYL. So JAKYL Gaming says, if you could do anything, what would you do? And I mean anything. So this is a superpower, cure diseases, world peace. If I could do anything, what would you do? I mean, if money was no option, I'd love to travel the world. I'd love to travel, see different cultures, promote, just get out there and see the world. I mean, the world is a huge place, and I've seen like the UK and Scotland, and I've seen Wales, but there's a vast amount of culture and architecture. Oh my God, the architecture in this world is just to die for. So I'd love to travel and spend time learning about cultures and architecture and shopping. So thank you, JAKYL, one of my very good supporters of my channel. And again, I'll do another one. We'll go for this one. What could it be? So this is from Stormtrooper. And this is from Stormtrooper. He's a new subscriber to my channel. It says, if you could write a book about anything, what would it be? Oh, so a very interesting question. I suppose for me, if I was going to write a book, it would be how to live 2 different worlds in one. So being a goth and being a mum. Back in the day, I had to change a lot about myself from being goth to becoming a parent. So I believe that if you could do both, keep much a part of you and be a mum at the same time. So be a goth and a mum and combine the 2. I think that would be an awesome book, you know, where it's all right to be a goth and to be a parent, you know. You don't necessarily have to bring your kids up the same as you or dress them all in black, that kind of thing. So I don't know what I would call my book. But that's the kind of thing I would do. So thank you to Storm. Another question. This one. So this question says, this is from Stephanie Douglas. It says, how did you come up with the name Midnight Raven? Well, I've told this story many times, but we'll tell it again for all you newbies. The Midnight Raven came as a cross between me and my cat. So the cat that I have, if you've seen him in videos before, he's a tuxedo cat and he's called Midnight. He's like the bane of my existence and the love of my life. So 2 for the price of 1. He's called Midnight. And my goth name is Raven. So when I was 11, I gave myself the name Raven, which was my goth name. And my real name is something else, which only a select few people know. So I myself was Raven. And I wanted to use Raven in my YouTube channel because I wanted my goth side to come out in my YouTube channel. And then I looked at my cat one day and I was like, Midnight Raven. So I was going to call my channel Midnight Raven. And I was like, it's not got as much ring to it. And then I had a friend called The Haunted Bat who's got a brilliant Halloween goth channel. Do check her out. And I was like, the Midnight Raven. And I was like, oh my god, this got such a better ring to it than Midnight Raven. So I was like, I am the Midnight Raven. I was like, that's so catchy. So I became the Midnight Raven. And that is the story of Midnight Raven. It's me and my cat. My cat does appear in my videos. He does get a little bit of a part in my videos. He doesn't get a lot. And what he does cause is usually trouble. He's usually in everything, knocking stuff over, jumping on my laptop when I'm trying to film. So we've done 1, 2, we've done 4, so we'll do some more. So this is number 5. This is a game from Lena Lovely. I love her. What's the weirdest thing you found lying on the ground / side of the road? It's like possibly the weirdest question I've ever had. The weirdest thing I've ever found on the side of the road. Well, you do find the traditional things on the side of the road, like sofas, litter, money. I found money on the side of the road before. I was walking home one night, just happened to find a tenner laying on the side of the road. It's not weird. I saw a skeleton before. Something had obviously died and decomposed, and it was just the skeleton outline of what looked like it was a hedgehog at some point. Sounds kind of creepy, I know, but thank you, Lena. That's probably the weirdest thing I've seen laying by the side of the road. I've seen a person sleep by the side of the road on a motorway. They were sleeping on the side in a sleeping bag. So there you go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. We'll do a couple more. We might do this as the 2-parter. Puppy Breath. Oh, good true supporter of my channel. Been there nearly from the start. What are some of the things you see in parents that worry or anger you in the way they are raising their children? Ooh, that is a really good question. She also did say at the end of this that she thought I was a brilliant mum and that she wanted to learn from me, which is really inspiring. Some of the things you see in parents that are wrong or anger you. I guess for me, it's the parents that maybe push their children too much. Like, out of school, kids should be able to play and have fun, and there are some parents that push and push and push their kids, and they like push them in school, and then when they leave school, they then have to do every after activity there is known to man. So ballet one evening, dance the next, you know, then karate another night, swimming another night, and they like them to be active, I get, but you take the time away where you're not expecting something of them. So just actually playing with them, taking them to the park, you know, not every activity you do with them has to come with a medal or a certificate or a goal, you know, just having fun is possibly the best thing you can do for your child. I mean, yes, it is nice to swim and do karate and all that, but some kids would rather spend the time with their parents just down the park or grabbing an ice cream somewhere. It doesn't always have to be about certificates and pushing them. I think some parents dwell on maybe pushing their kids because maybe their parents never pushed them, and they want so much for their own children. So there you go, puppy. I hope that answers your question. And we'll do one more, and then we'll do a part 2 for the rest of the questions, or this is going to drag on. So this will be the last one, and then we'll do a part 2. So the last question for part 1 from Emily Bird, who is my best friend, my most dedicated subscriber, and possibly my main YouTube girl. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go? And this is from Emily Bird. Emily, you know where I'm going. Well, I'm going to visit Emily. I've already been to Birmingham, so that was one of the places I wanted to visit, because obviously Emily lives there. But if you've been a true supporter of my channel, you will know that Paris has my heart. Paris is the one true city in the world that I want to go see more than anything else in the world. I'd also like to visit Thailand, Japan, America. There's so many cultural places. I want to visit Romania, Transylvania. I'd love to go to Denmark, Germany, anywhere that's kind of got a dark architectural history to it. So thank you, Emily. You know my answers to that question. So that's part 1. Part 2 will come straight after this one. I will load part 1 and part 2 on the same day. That way you can watch them simultaneously. But yeah, everyone that has their question read out will get a link in the description showing their channels as well. So if you want to check whether your question was answered, obviously you watched this video, you can check and see if yours is in part 2. So if you haven't already, do like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to leave me more questions for another Q&A, you can ask more questions on the bottom of this one. If you don't feel that you asked a question or you've got more to ask me, comment down below with more questions. I can always write them down and keep them for another Q&A. So if you haven't already, do like and subscribe to my channel. Please do check out part 2. It will be coming very soon. And I'll see you very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye.